Well, now we want to take a look at statewide efforts to correct an alarming trend, an increase in teen deaths from car crashes where those teens did not wear a seatbelt. TxDOT is currently doing a teen click it or ticket campaign since seatbelt use is lowest among teenage drivers. Brandon Schaff joins me here tonight in studio to explain what's being done to reverse this sometimes fatal outcome. Brandon?
Hey, good evening, Mike. TxDOT and Texas DPS are both trying to combat the issue through education. Officials say that many of these tragedies in Texas can be prevented with just one simple click.
It is the law, but the more important thing is that it is about keeping people safe. Like I said, you're much more likely to survive a crash when you're wearing that seatbelt.
Sergeant Rob Mallory with DPS said seatbelts make a difference, and 86% of survivors of fatal crashes were wearing them. When ejected from a vehicle, those not wearing seatbelts are 20 times more likely to be killed in the crash. Rickey Dailey with TxDOT said 162 teen drivers died in Texas in 2022 that didn't have a seatbelt on. That's compared to 144 the previous year.
If you consider the number 162 teens lost in crashes who weren't wearing their seatbelts, that's 3 full school buses.
Dailey explained that TxDOT urges every rider to wear a seatbelt during every ride. He said people can set a good example of wearing a seatbelt, like parents for their kids. In 2022, of the 320 teens ages 15 to 20 killed in Texas car crashes, he said more than half were not wearing a seatbelt.
51% of the teens who died in crashes in 2022 weren't wearing a seatbelt. And it's been proven over and over that the seatbelt is your best protection in a car crash.
In TxDOT's Corpus Christi district, which has 10 counties, Dailey said 8 car crashes happened in 2022 where unrestrained teens were seriously injured. Sergeant Mallory explained that 2 teen passengers that died in a car accident on Highway 359 last month weren't wearing seatbelts. He said people should have a different perspective about being required to wear one.
What's your why for why you wear your seatbelt? Because there is somebody out there that loves you and cares about you that, doesn't want to be asking that question. Had they just been wearing their seatbelt, would they still be with us today?
Now, the driver and passengers could face fines up to $200 for not wearing a seatbelt. Law enforcement says that everyone in the car is required by law to wear one, and it's just as important to wear one in the back seat as it is in the front. Mike.